Hey, I'm Brett, and over the last month, I've been working on Projectbook. It is a free online collection of ideas for projects of all sorts to help anyone who's trying to learn how to do software development. It can be difficult to learn a new language, a new technology, a new framework, while also trying to figure out what you should build. It's also difficult when you're a beginner to know what's an appropriate project and what's something that might be too hard and beyond your reach where you'll get frustrated and burn out and give up. So I've collected 109 different ideas across a variety of application types to help not only myself when I'm learning new things, but to try to help everyone else. For many years, I had this in a text file in my notebook that I would reference, and I thought, why not take these, share them with the world, and go from there. You can view it at projectbook.code.bretchalupa.com, or there's a short URL, which is on the screen and in the video description. And I'll talk through some of these projects and show it off. So it starts off with an introduction, where I talk about what makes a good learning project, what you should expect, some thoughts on mindset going into projects, and some things about what it isn't. Each project does not have a step-by-step guide on how to code it in a specific language. That would be a huge undertaking, and things could be collected and linked out from here, but that doesn't include that, right? But it does include some other things, which I'll show you. And this is a project that people can contribute to, add projects, make adjustments, suggest things. It's all open source on GitHub. So if you click the GitHub icon, you can see it here on GitHub. But we'll go back, and I just thought I'd show a couple projects. So here's one in the command line interfaces, CLIs section, for making a command line app called HTTPal, or HTTPal. And what it would be is something similar to curl or wget, if you know what those are, where you can pass it a URL, and it makes an HTTP request that, gets that data and prints it in the console. And as you can see, it has a spec of what this interface could look like. It talks about the concepts you learn. It has ideas for ways to make it better and improve it. So that's like a medium complex, simpler to medium complexity. There's ideas for programming libraries. So if you are less interested in building an application but want to build something that you can use in your projects or other people can use, here's one for what would be a feature flag, which allows you to define different functions or basically access control to specific features to a given user. And there's some pseudocode. This code compiles and works, but it's not quite fully featured. But there's code samples in here. There's links to other projects that are similar in nature. If you're just getting started with web development, there's ideas for different websites you can build, static websites, like, oh yeah, what if you built a fan site for something you're really passionate about, like, maybe a game that you really love. Ideas for web components, if you're learning something like React and you're like, oh, what do I build with React? I just want to learn it, but I don't have inspiration. The ideas here are to give you inspiration. A lot of web apps, and a lot of these web apps have mock-ups. So I went and I designed low-fidelity sketches of a sort that show you what that would look like, from the admin interface for this story publishing platform to let people publish their novels online, to the experience you might see as a reader. Then we have general graphical apps, which could be web apps, they could be desktop apps, they could be mobile apps. You bring the technology that you want to learn, and this has the ideas for what that could be like to learn. And then there are a bunch of games, because games are not only fun, but a really great way to learn projects because of their complexity. And because of their complexity, it can be difficult to get started, because you might be overwhelmed by needing sound, and you might be overwhelmed by needing art and thinking about game design. So a lot of these are clones of common games that you can either find online and play for free, or maybe you already have experience playing them. And in some of the games, I provide assets that you can use if you don't want to find your own assets, or you can go online and find graphical assets. try to link out to examples and just have this comprehensive guide to all of these different ideas. So I'm going to keep adding new ideas, but this is considered version 1, and the project is done. And for now, like, I feel comfortable sharing it, and then from there I'll just add projects as they come to mind. Hopefully other people add projects. And that's Projectbook. Hope it's helpful. Hope you'll check it out. Let me know what you think. Really appreciate it. Thank you.